if you're on a weight loss journey, you probably know the importance of eating enough protein. But if you're someone who's like, how the F do I even get enough? Or like, how much do I even need? Then this video is for you, because in today's episode, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how to reach your protein intake every single day whilst still enjoying the food that you love. So hello, if you're new here, my name's Laura. I am an accredited sports nutritionist and exercise physiologist. And over here on this channel is where science meets relatability, where I'm giving you guys science-backed tips that actually are tangible that you can implement into your life. So in today's episode, I'm going to be bringing you along on what I eat in a day to show you how I break down my protein goals and essentially to help you so that you can do it too. So just for context, the amount of protein that you need is just double your body weight. So as an example, I'm currently 61 kilos, so I'm going to times that by 2, and I need to get 122 grams every single day. And for context, I do not count my calories, but for today's video, just to show you the exact numbers I'm going to, I just follow portion sizes. I know what my food needs to look like in order to hit my numbers, but I'm just going to show you today. So yeah, that's it. Let's get into it. Breakfast, holy shit, you guys. I made scrambled eggs and I had it with bacon, spring onions, red capsicum, and then I used sriracha hummus, and then I also used the Dutch curry sauce. And if you know, you know, like if you're going, I don't know if it's all over Europe, but it's definitely in the Netherlands. Niels, my fiance, is Dutch, so that's why we spend so much time in the Netherlands. But the curry sauce, it's just like 10 out of 10. It's just so nice. Anyway, that combination that I showed you this morning was like chef's kiss. So for reference, the breakfast I had this morning was 35.8 grams of protein. There we go. If we go back to my daily totals, we'll minus 35.8 grams. So that means I have 86 to go. And how I'm going to do that is across 2 meals and 1 snack. And that's like, hit that easy. So yeah. Also, you guys, how cute are my new podcasting posters? I literally got these off Etsy, printed them off at Officeworks. Bob's Your Uncle, done. So good. I think something that is absolutely not spoken enough about is the frustration of like you're going through different clothes when you are going through a weight loss journey, or especially specifically if you are someone who is yo-yo dieting. Because like I put these pants on this morning and it really got me thinking about how I used to live my life. Like these pants right now, they're too big, but that's of course because I bought these pants when I was halfway through a bulk. Because last year when I was bulking, obviously I gained weight, and now that I've lost weight intentionally, like I've planned this, that it's just like these are too big now. But it just really got me thinking about how I used to be a yo-yo dieter, like from the age of, 18 to 26. The amount of clothes that I went through and the emotional journey of that, it's just like, it's so crazy. And I wish now, like I never threw out clothes, but of course during the time, like I would go to a size 8 and then I'd be up at a 12 and then I'd be back down at a 10 and then I would be at a 12. And, during those times it'd always be so emotional because I would just be like, because I had a lot of worth and value tied to the specific number of the clothes, I would be like, throw the clothes out and just be like, have to buy new ones. And it's just like so crazy. And yeah, it's just like, it's real. It's so real of, your body fluctuating when you're stuck in these vicious yo-yo cycles. And I feel for anyone that's going through that, because I went through that for so long and it's not a vibe. It's literally not a vibe. So if you're struggling with that, I see you so deeply in that. And it does get to be a better way and another way. And a way that you just get to eat normal. So I really hope that these videos can help you see that. Because yo-yo dieting is not fun. It is 11:30 and I'm so hungry. So we're making lunch. This is what we're making today. This is from my cookbook that I have, which will be just linked down below. But we're making a peri pizza. This has, let me tell you, 37.3 grams of protein. So let's go back to my calculator. Minus 37.3. This is our total. 48 left to go. So something that, like, pizzas, I smash them all the time. I love them so much because it's just such a good way to make a really easy meal that's balanced and satisfying. Something that we've been doing, when I say we, I mean Niels. Niels every weekend now has just been marinating a lot of chicken at the start of the week. So we just have it sitting in the fridge, literally ready to go every single day. So we just cook it up fresh, but it's already prepped and ready. So this is a good way for you if you like don't necessarily like doing meal prep because you don't like it going a bit gross in the containers. This could be an option for you. So for pizzas, I'm just using a rack. Hot tip is you have to make sure that your ingredients are cooked before you put them on the pizza if you're using wraps, because otherwise it goes soggy. And we're not here for soggy pizza. We like it thin and crispy. I'm using a pizza thing because I'm like organized and shit. Okay, so my chicken is already pre-cooked. That's literally that chicken from in there, peri. Love it. And then we're just dicing up the ingredients. So for the sauce, this is the one that I'm going to use, just from Woolies. It's yummy. And then of course we've got cheese. I've been using light cheese just because of currently the fat loss phase, and it's just good so that I can have more of it basically, because this girl's got a big appetite. Pizza sauce, 10 out of 10. Love that. So now literally we're just going to chop up the ingredients. And because the chicken's already pre-cooked, like this is literally going to take me 10 minutes to put together. The oven's already on 220 because I like to get it nice and crispy. Red onions. I'm supposed to have cherry tomatoes on this as well, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. I don't have any cherry tomatoes today. So we're just going to leave them off. So what I normally do is I weigh my ingredients out before I put it on, so that's all done. And then just assemble it and literally put it in the oven. So this recipe is like 90 grams of chicken and then 40 grams of cheese because I fucking love cheese. Look at that. Literally, you guys, how long did that take me? We're doing this in real time. We're doing this together. And then we're going to do 40 grams of cheese on top. We love to see it. And then to finish it off, we put this bad boy on. I just like to put it on top. Just make sure that's measured out properly. Again, we're not about obsession over getting it right, but there just has to be a little bit of accuracy within it. We have a body composition goal. Wow. So this goes in the oven 10 minutes because really everything's cooked, like the chicken and stuff, but it's just about melting the cheese really and letting the base go crispy. The holes at the bottom allow the heat go through so it gets really crispy. Let's do that. So easy. Straight out of the oven. Literally, you guys. So when it comes to your protein intake, one of the biggest things, it's not about adding heaps of different random little bits of protein, because you walk in the supermarket and everything's like high protein this, high protein that. Really, the biggest thing is you just have to have a big protein source at every single main meal. So a lot of people will have 2 eggs for breakfast, but 2 eggs is not enough protein. That's why you need to have Like for example, my breakfast this morning was 1 egg white, 80 grams of bacon, and then I also had 20 grams of light cheese, and all of that total helped me hit my protein intake. Because, you know, you can get protein bars and like protein chips and all this stuff, or you can just have whole foods and just have more of it, like a bigger portion size. Like for example, have a big portion size of chicken to hit your target. And that's what I like to do. It's not about adding a million different things. It's more about just having the good quality serve. So look at that. Like that is just holding its shape, and that's a wrap. This is why we need to cook the ingredients first. So good. Did anyone else do food dances? Anyway, so I'm going to enjoy this. It's not about adding in more. It's just being a little bit smarter with your portion sizes. Get some sunlight and enjoy this. So it's 2 o'clock and I am hungry again. So I'm going to have my afternoon tea. Today I'm going to drop these onto Instagram soon, so watch out for it. But I made chocolate top deck, like Cadbury top deck chocolate brownies, and oh, they're so yum. And I used banana as the sweetener, like it's got no stevia or sugar in it. Obviously it's got chocolate in it, so there's sugar in it, but it's just like, they're so yum. So yes, this. And there's nothing wrong with adding sugar, don't get me wrong. Like I'm here for also baking with real sugar, but it's also just nice to get more fiber into your diet and more micronutrients. So that's more so why I like it. So I'm going to have this. So each brownie has approximately 10 grams of protein. So let's get my calculator up. Mine is 10, so we're on 38. Then I'm also going to have this, like pouches of yogurt, and there's like so many different flavors, so many different variations. I love YoPro, like it's slay. But literally mine is 20 because this has 20 grams. That means I only have 18 to go, and I already know my dinner has 35 grams of protein. So I've actually eaten more protein than I need to today. Yeah, that just happened. So I'm going to have this, but also like something else that I love to do is, regardless if I use like these, like I just play around with flavors, like because these are just so good for that extra bump of protein. It's also good for calcium, so many reasons. So I play around with flavors to get a bit of variety. So sometimes I'll have vanilla, salted caramel. This week I'm having mango passion. So it's like, well, yes, I'm eating the same thing every single week. It seems different because it's a different flavor. So you have a bit of variety. And then sometimes I like to pair this with like this sort of thing. Like this is an amazing snack that I like to have often. Like this popcorn is just so slay. I love it. So that is another option that I would do. I would also have this with chocolate sometimes. I would have this with fruit sometimes. I would have this with, who knows, so many other combinations. But just pairing that with some carbs for some sustained energy all afternoon. Now that's going to get me to dinner. So I'm going to enjoy this. Make sure you come over to Instagram to follow because these will be dropped, and I'm dropping so many recipes over there. But yeah. I'm going to enjoy that. Actually, I'm going to talk about dinner now because by the time dinner comes tonight, I can guarantee that I'm probably not going to want to talk to you. Full transparency. So for dinner tonight, what we're going to do is a Mexican burrito bowl. So I just buy this. This is just from Aldi 5-star Mince. This will give me 4 serves and it's like $8. So super cost effective per meal. Then we also, yesterday again, we do a big meal prep for the week, but we keep it all separate so then we can make it fresh every single night. So tonight I actually don't have to cook, which is exciting. Actually, yes, I do. I have to cook this. But we've got some coriander. We've got some lime and coriander rice already pre-made. So we just cooked rice in the rice cooker, then mixed in lime zest, coriander to have a little bit of spice. And then also I made a big salsa yesterday, which is yum. So just corn, red onion, capsicum, tomato, coriander, also yellow capsicum, pickled jalapenos. And something else I love but I didn't do yesterday is I like put mango in this or peach in this, something to like balance out the flavor of like sour, salty, chili, and some sweet. It's really yummy. So I'm going to put that together. I'm going to cook this, and then for a fat sauce, I'm probably going to use, I haven't fully decided, but maybe, hang on, I have decided because I've put it in Macrofactor. Cheese. We're putting cheese in to give us that 34 grams of protein to end the day. So let's minus the 34 because that's what it comes into. The rice, the salsa, the mince, and the cheese fully hit the protein target for the day. So guys, that's how I recommend structuring it. Instead of having lots of little protein everything, just having good quality protein in your main meals and then just like a little bit in your snacks is just like chef's kiss. Super easy way of achieving those goals. And then this is dessert tonight. I'm obsessed with this right now. So yum. I bought this and Top Deck this week. So yeah.